Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and this is going to be a little bit different format of a video, but I want to put things into context. And I know a lot of times that is taken away. I know a lot of times it's just said, okay, look, this book right here, it's woke. The whole comic book industry is imploding. And one thing, at this channel I've grown to notice is that a lot of times those surface things are never really looked into. And that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do this weekly and go through the Weekly Wokies. Oh my God. What a terrible name. Yeah, I got to keep it just because it's so bad, right? So we're going to take a look at everything that's come out, and I don't suggest using this site. But then again, I'm talking about to pirate. The reason I am recording this site is because, to literally the comic book industry's detriment, it is the most organized. So it's got everything laid out, every book that came out this week, and it's a lot easier than actually going to some of the websites that do this because it's much, much more organized. And I think that's an issue in itself. But even so, we're going to take a look at DC first, and we're going to look at how much, by the end of the week, is actually woke. Right? If that word still has meaning, but we're going to take a look. So we've got American Vampire, Batman, Crime Syndicate, Crush and Lobo, The Conjuring, Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, Justice League 88, Justice League Infinity 2, Mad Magazine, Suicide Squad, Get Joker, of which I reviewed along with Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad 6, The Dreaming Waking Hours, Puzzle Box number 5. That is a digital first. It's actually on DC Universe Infinite for free. All 5 of them are. Same with Harley Quinn. Nice House on the Lake 3 and The Swamp Thing. All of which I've read. And we'll go over, a little bit tomorrow. But I probably will talk more about Suicide Squad since it's new. But I would say, this is a little bit hard here. I dropped The Conjuring, and I'm going to go ahead and say that one is woke. And the reason why I say so is because we have a story of the reason she was murdered is because she's a lesbian. And that's it. That's it. So nothing in the normal line is actually woke. Just because Crush is gay does not mean it's woke. It's not. It actually focused a lot on Lobo's plan. There is nothing else from DC Comics this week that is woke. Have you noticed that all those, comics that were bad or woke or this or that from a long time ago, from 3-4 years ago, even when I first started doing these and I would do some cringe reviews, have basically disappeared. Let's take a look at DC Comics. Marvel Comics. So we've got Immortal Hulk, 49, Avengers 47, Deadpool. That wasn't woke at all. It was just not that great. Extreme Carnage Lasher 1, Guardians, the Annual, Hellions 14, Star Wars, X-Men 2, Silk, Sinister War number 2, which is another really good title, but I just wanted more. Action, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Tales 1, Savage Avengers, Spirit of Vengeance, Spirit Rider 1, Ultraman, and Web of Spider-Man 3. Okay, so I see one. And that one, I don't even know necessarily is because I didn't get through the whole story, but even if it's just bad, we're going to count it as one. And I would say that is Spirit of Vengeance, Spirit Rider 1. It felt nothing like the original characters, and it wasn't really super woke or anything. It was just super bad. So I want to count it. Now, as far as anything else, actually we'll count 2 because there is a kind of up in the air right now when it comes to Avengers 47 with Jason Aaron. It just depends how, it's just another one that's bad for one, but it just depends on how World War She-Hulk comes out. He's kind of doubling, tripling down on Jennifer Walters being this, Hulk-esque character instead of the She-Hulk-esque character. And hopefully it's a revisionary type thing where she goes back to her normal self. But even though it's a wait and see, I'm going to add it on there. So let's go to Image. The Me You Love in the Dark. Pretty good title, actually. Kind of a ghost story. Commanders in Crisis, Firepower, Geiger. Oh, Geiger. Hey Kids Comics, Inkblot, Save to Eternity, Skybound, Stillwater, The Good Asian, Walking Dead Deluxe, and Trover Saves the Universe. I actually don't know what this is. Let's look at what it is first. Okay, so it's Rick and Morty comic. Okay, so it's not woke. So then we've got all these. I would say Commanders in Crisis. Maybe The Good Asian. I dipped out on number 1. It'll be one that wins Eisner's, telling the story of the Asian man that grew up in the 50s in America, and it's really not woke. I can't say I know too much. That's why I'm going to add it, because it's something I dropped, right? So we'll just be fair, go above and beyond, and actually get it. So let's take a look at the indies. We've got 200 AD. No, Porcelain number 1 wasn't good, wasn't woke. It was definitely not made for someone my age. It was definitely more YA-ish title. The Wrong Earth, Tank Girl 3 and 4, Death by Life 1 through 3, Exciting Comics, Valkyrie, Survivors, Betty and Veronica, The Resistance, Belsic, however you say that, Magic, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 7 Secrets, Wind, I don't know, James Tinian, but even so, Cyberpunk, Jenny Zero, Lucky Devil number 1, really good, definitely suggest it. Gollum Walks Among Us, and The Worst Dudes. Oh, we've got Elvira and Chasing the Dragon, another really good title from Heavy Metal. Oh, one of the best, and beautiful, beautiful art. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones. King Grimlock, another one if you're a huge Transformers fan. Couldn't suggest that more. Beautiful, beautiful art, and I'm not even a huge Transformers person. Transformers 33, Ashes. God damn my list. 2 in False Guard 1, and then that's in Van Helsing. There's none. There's none within the indie comics that I actually think would go on this list whatsoever. I'm double checking, but no, not a single one. So we're gonna go with 0. You know what? We'll be nice. We'll go with 1, just in case there was something I didn't know about. Does this put into perspective what you're being sold and what is actually true? And that's the whole reason for doing this, is I counted them up beforehand. There was 76 current total this week, right? And if even, and I'm being generous with my numbers, even if there is a total of 6 that are woke, right? Does that show you how low of a percentage this is that people are selling you? Does that tell you the issue is so few and far between because the titles die out? It's like what, 7-8%, right? That's it. And maybe those titles, Commanders in Crisis isn't awful. That's one from Image that I put in there. So you're looking at probably realistically between 5 and 10% a week that are actually truly woke, right? And perv. That's being realistic, and 10% on a very high end. Do you realize that there isn't an issue with wokeness in comics anymore? Do you realize that years after years, they listened? Do you realize that with such a low percent, some of that audience is there? For The Good Asian, the other Image title I talked about, that book's selling. So I don't see this as an issue. And it's not really woke. Like I said, I went above and beyond. And as far as I know, people are going to say, well, it's not a really issue of being woke. It's really an issue of being well crafted and well done. That's all subjective, unfortunately. But I think there's a lot of titles we can agree on that are really good, which is Detective Comics, which is Batman, which is Crime Syndicate, which is, Suicide Squad, so good. Swamp Thing, so good. If you take a look at these titles that are good, you're getting that other 80 to 90%. So for the most part, except for stuff, I would say lean away from the Black, White, and Bloods, Black, White, and Red, Blue, Red, White, and Blue. Those anthologies haven't been great, especially Sensational Wonder Woman. It is absolutely garbage. I don't know who it's made for, and I don't understand why they made it. If you stay away from those and you stay on the main titles, if you take a look at the authors, at the people that are really, really doing the job to be the artist, if you take a look at those, you're fine. It's a pretty good practice that you're going to, pick up a lot of good books. Even from, I've started picking up more weekly from Marvel because they've come back that far in the past 10 years. I was not reading them for the past 5 years. And it's getting good. Like I would stay away from Silk. I would stay away from Spirit of Vengeance. I'm not a Star Wars person, but if you're reading Hellions, fantastic book. Fantastic. Immortal Hawk, fantastic book. It was better when it started, but it's getting back up there again. And stuff like Geiger, amazing book. If you do the work and you look and you honestly look into what you're doing, you're going to get good books. The comic book industry isn't woke as far as what you're seeing. It's not. It's just simply not. If you can go through here and see any that I miss, put them in the comments below. But you're being fed lies. And that's where I want to put the context in. That's where I want to show you there. Just because, you don't like the idea of Why the Last Man doesn't mean it's woke. It means Brian K. Vaughan is extremely talented and done extremely well job with that. It won awards. Not that matters, but it's really good. Here we go. We're going to do this every week. I want to start giving context where there has been none. And, oh my God, Mom came out. It's so woke. No, it was funny and it was good. If it's not for you, at least it knows its target audience and at least it knows it's for someone like me. But that doesn't, it was a little woke. I would give that one. But that doesn't mean the whole industry. I constantly see the comic book industry. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Oh my God. It's over. It's over. It's over. No. And it's not even woke really anymore. All those titles, like I've said for a bunch of videos, let the market decide, and it has. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this Weekly Wokies. Oh, that was so cringy. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.